Hey, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com, where you will find hundreds of free lessons, many of them fingerstyle and always acoustic. This song is Hallelujah. Now this is actually a remake of a lesson that I've done before. I did a fingerstyle instrumental of Hallelujah and that was taken from a book, but this is actually one that I've written out myself. When I did that book lesson, that was about 3 or 4 years ago, and I've learnt a lot since then, and I've learnt how to actually write out my own arrangements. So this one's a little bit easier than the other lesson, which has proved hugely popular on YouTube, and I'm really glad that you guys like it. But this one, you can get the free tab from the website. All it takes is a name and an email address to join the student area. I've left a link in the video description in the video right now where you can do that, so you can join up. Then you get to the student area, click on the free tab section, scroll down to H, it's all alphabetical for Hallelujah, and then you can start learning along with me. Let's start learning how to play it. Okay, so as I said, the tab is available for free at the Learn Guitar in London website, where there is a link in the video right now. So to start this song, you're going to be starting with a C chord. For those of you who don't know a C chord, I'm just going to show you how to do it very quickly. You take your ring finger, you put it on the 3rd fret on the A string, and you take your index finger, put it on the 1st fret on the B string. If you don't know the names of strings, E, A, D, G, B, E. Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. Okay? And you don't actually need the middle finger, which normally goes down for a C chord here, okay? I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit so you can see a bit closer. So that's the first part of this tune. And as we're doing fingerstyle, you've got to notice you've got a close-up camera of my finger picking hand. Fingerstyle, the thumb always plays the top 3 strings. The index finger plays the G, the middle finger plays the B, and the ring finger plays the E. Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie, if you don't know what I'm talking about with the names of the strings. So the beginning, you're going to go thumb on the A string, index on the open G, middle on the 1st fret that you're holding down here, and then ring. So you're going, then you go middle, okay. Then with your middle finger on your fretting hand, hold down the 2nd fret on the A string. So you go, see I'm just moving the middle finger up to the 2nd fret on the A. And then move this middle finger down so that you're on the 2nd fret on the G string, D string, and ring finger on the 2nd fret on the G string. This is making what's known as an A minor. Leave the index where it is. Play open on the A, then index, middle, ring, middle. So it's the same pattern as the beginning. So the beginning is, and then you kind of go back. So you go to 2nd fret on the A string, and then back to C. And hopefully you're getting the hang of that. So that's your beginning. Then in bar 4, we've got A minor as normal, but we don't go to middle this time, we just go thumb on the D, and that's the first melodic note there, okay? So that's this is bar 3. And then you're into the rest of the song. So what I'm going to do for the rest of it is I'm going to break it down, I'm going to do 2 bars at a time, and I'm going to play those for you, and then I'll show you how I'm doing it. So here's the bar 5 and 6. Okay, so ring finger here on the 3rd fret on the A string where we started, and middle finger this time on the 2nd fret on the D string. To start with, pinching thumb and index on the G, on an open G, then move thumb down to D, then open G. So it's, then pinch again. So you basically do it twice. Nice and easy, right? Once, twice. Then leave the middle finger where it is. Don't move it from this chord change. Put your ring finger underneath on the 2nd fret on the G string. Pinch thumb on the A string and index finger. Pinch, index, index, thumb, index, then thumb on the D. So let's do that again. So this is bar 5. Okay, then you go back to the C shape for bar 7. You do the same beginning where you pinch thumb and index, thumb on the D, index, then this time pinch again, then index, index. So all on that open G string. So that's the next 2 bars. Okay, so this is bar 7, index, index, then make this chord shape like we had before in bar 6, this time pinching thumb and index again, then thumb on the A, thumb on the D, then lift up ring to have that open G string. Okay, so this is bars 5 to 8 now. Good so far, well done. Now, move this middle finger down. In fact, as I said, I'll do the next 2 bars so you've got it. Okay, so index finger on the 1st fret on the thickest string. Middle finger on the 2nd fret on the G string. It'll feel a bit weird doing this. And ring finger on the 3rd fret on the D string. This is your chord shape. You can see that clearly, right? So you pinch thumb on the thickest and index for that 1 and 2. Then move your thumb down to the one that this one's playing, then index, then pinch again, so you do it twice, repeat. Then for this change, leave the middle finger there, put the ring finger on the 3rd fret on the thickest string, pinch those 2, then move thumb down to open D, then lift up the middle to do these open G strings. Just move the ring down to do this 3rd fret on the D string. So let's do that again. By the way, you could bring your thumb up like this if you wanted to, but I'm going to do it like this for now. Okay, next 2 bars. So, ring finger back to the 3rd fret on the A string, nice and comfortable, done that many a time. Thumb on the A and index, then index again. And then we're sort of making a C, but we don't need this, so 2nd fret on the D string as well. Play that with the thumb, index, then thumb on the D, then thumb on the A. Then thickest string on the 3rd fret, then thumb on the D, index, middle. Just open strings, then thumb on the D, index, middle, then 2nd fret on the D string again, okay? So let's do bars 9 to 12 now, or line 3 if you prefer. So we're going to go... Okay, now this part is the same as what we had in bar 5. So that's 3rd fret on the A string, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D, pinch, thumb and index, then thumb on the D, index, pinch, thumb and again. Then you can do this shape again that we've had earlier, 1st fret on the thickest string, middle finger on the G string and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the D string. Pinch, thumb and index, then thumb on the D, then index. Then 3rd fret on the thickest string, thumb on that one and middle finger for the pinch, then thumb on the D, then middle. So those 2 lines, 13 and 14. See, I brought my thumb over that time, but it didn't sound as good, did it? So it's just something to consider. You can do it that way if you want, or this way. Now make an A minor chord for bar 15. Press down the 1st fret on the B string and then middle and ring on the 2nd fret on the D and G. Thumb on the A and middle, then middle by itself. So you pinch, middle, middle, then thumb on the A, then index, then middle. Then change to an F major 7 chord, so that's 1st fret on the B string, 2nd fret on the G string, ring finger on the 3rd fret on the D string. Pinch, thumb on the D and middle finger, index, middle. And then with this pinky finger left over, hold down the 3rd fret on the B string, give that a pinch, so that's 3 on the B, D and 3 on the B, then index middle. So if you do have the music printed off, just write F major 7 above there, that will remind you about this. Okay, now let's put together line 4, okay, so from bars 13 to 16. Sorry, I forgot about that. So you just lift up the pinky to come back to the 1st fret. Don't bother lifting this up when you put the pinky down on the 3rd fret on the same string. Okay, notice I was getting louder. That's what that sign means that's doing that. That's called a hairpin. It's getting louder. Now, ring and pinky finger on the 3rd fret on the thickest string and 3rd fret on the B string. Pinch those. Then index by itself on the string it's normally on. Then middle. Repeat that. Okay, so it's quite easy this bit. Just make sure you're getting louder. You go pinch, index, middle, pinch, index, middle. Let go of everything apart from the little finger. Pinch, index, middle. So pinch, index, ring. When I say pinch, that's thumb and ring finger. Again, then middle finger to get that 3 in at the end of bar 18. And then while that 3's there, you may want to lift everything up and use your ring finger on that 3. You've got time, so this is one way of doing it. You can go... Now, that might be better actually, ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B, because we're then putting the index finger down on the 1st fret on the B string, and we're doing something called a flick off, where you're going to put your thumb on the A string and middle finger, you're going to dig your ring finger into the string and flick it away. Notice I'm not using this hand to get that sound. Do you hear that? I'm not using this hand, so you flick away to go to the 1st frets. So you're going from 3 flicking to 1st, which is this. So these both need to be pressed down at the same time. And then 2nd fret on the G. So I've gone back to an A minor here. So flick off, index, then thumb on A, index, thumb on D, index. And strum an A minor, which we're holding down, just using the side of your thumb. Then thumb on the D, then lift up the ring finger to go to an open G. So I'll recap from bar 17 for you. Okay, here we go, nice and slowly. Okay, more of a speed. Get louder. Then start to bring the volume down for this next bit. Now it's up to you how you want to do this. You might want to make the chord like this, like I said earlier, or you can bring your thumb over. You'll see me doing both depending on what mood I'm in. 2nd fret on the G string and 1st fret on the B string. Pinching those two, so that's thumb and index. Then get this ring finger also down on the 3rd fret on the D string. Thumb on there, then index. Leave that chord held down, and we're then going to go thumb, thumb on the E, thumb on the D, index. Pinch it again, then lift up. Okay, so let's do that chorus for you again. So it's... And one last time. Then you can just use these fingers. It's an A minor technically, but just the middle D and the G string, 2nd fret, hold them both down. Pinch, thumb and index. So the index finger is actually playing the D string this time, so it's breaking the finger picking rule. Pull those two together, then play them again, then index, middle. Well, so technically it's pinch, pinch, then thumb on the D, index. Then thumb on the A, thumb on the D, then lift up the ring finger. So this is 23 and 24. And now all of that line, so 21 to 24. Then repeat, basically, same thing that we've already had. So this 1 and 2 again. So 25 and 26 are the same as 21 and 22. Then we're going to do a C chord. Make your C like we had at the beginning. Pinch, thumb and index, breaking the finger picking rule. The index is on the D string. Then move the thumb down to the D, then index, middle, index, thumb. Okay, so that's the next part. So we have the C. Then we're bringing the ring finger up to the 3rd fret on the thicker string, pinching thumb and index, breaking the rule again on the D string. And then 2nd fret on the A string, like you're doing a G chord, which you sometimes maybe do like that. And then just follow the pattern of open strings. Then thumb on the open D, middle, index, thumb on the D. And once again, let's do that line. So sorry for the timing. And then go back to your C, thumb on the A string and index, breaking the rule again on the D string. Pinch those two, nice and loud. Then put index back where it's supposed to be on the G, then middle, ring, middle, then 2nd fret on the A and to A minor, just like the beginning of the song. I'm not going to show you that because that's the same. Now what you could do there at bar 32, the penultimate bar, is you could then, if you wanted to, go round in a circle. So if I just do the very ending now from bar 28. You could go around again if you wanted to. So that's kind of returning. Instead of doing bar 32, you do bar number 4 and then carry on from there instead. But anyway, the ending, finally the ending will be strumming a C chord with the side of your thumb.